I'm back! I have missed you so much I could cry. In fact, I've sort of been crying today because I'm that tired. Do you guys ever get to the point of such exhaustion where your eyes start to water? That's been me almost all day long. I'm already on my second cup of coffee. I'm likely gonna need a third, but I regret nothing. I love that I had the best time in Miami and did so much, overextended myself. I'll talk more about Miami and things that happened, my feelings, my thoughts, my anxiety that's back in my personal video that I'll upload later. But first, I wanted to get to everything related to pop culture and entertainment that has happened recently and some stuff that I've missed as well. A word of warning, as I'm sure you know, it's April Fool's Day and some stupid people are doing stupid April Fool's jokes like Justin Bieber, who sent out 2 Instagram posts claiming he was pregnant. The second one even insisted he wasn't joking. Turns out he was joking. I hate April Fool's Day because I love what I do so much and I take it seriously, and I don't like being led on or potentially having posted a story that's not true. I take you seriously. I really cannot thank you enough, especially for coming back and enjoying me after a break. I gotta admit, I felt guilty taking a break. I did, but anyway, I'll get to it in my personal channel. Starting off, let's just start off by addressing the really sad news that happened yesterday. Rapper Nipsey Hussle was murdered. And a lot of awful people out there had very little sympathy for the father of 2 because he used to be in a gang. Used to be. He deserved to be gunned down. My heart goes out to all of his loved ones and his girlfriend, Lauren London. And I find it almost disrespectful. I'm going to say it. All of these people perpetuating this conspiracy theory that Nipsey Hussle was murdered by the government or who knows whom because he was working on a documentary about this herbalist, a healer, who claimed he cured AIDS with herbs. Whatevs. But to think that this was some scheme, that seems disrespectful to me. It's like, seems so ungrounded from reality. And not just random folks. I mean, even Nick Cannon took to Instagram to share that theory. One of my favorite things, moving on, that I observed in the week that I was in Miami was the explosion of Mayor Pete. He is mayor from Indiana, the mayor of South Bend, and he is most likely running for president for the Democratic nomination, though he still technically is in the exploratory phase. I donated my money. I encourage you all to donate, to do your own research, to support whomever you feel is speaking to you. He speaks to me. In fact, just before this, I don't watch TV, but I listened to a 60-minute interview, a podcast that he gave to Ezra Klein from Vox. He's talking about things that I really think conservatives and liberals can both agree on. It's, wow. I'm proud that I gave him my money, even though I vowed I wasn't going to give any money this election because I gave so much last time and we saw how that worked out for me. But I'm just so blown away by him. Even in this 60-minute podcast that he did with Vox, he praised Senator John McCain and gave an example of how he was previously inspired by John McCain. And I love this guy. And it does make me sad to see him, who, if you don't know how to pronounce his last name, it's Buttigieg. Mayor Pete Buttigieg. A lot of people saying to me, oh, I'm not going to vote for another white guy. Or people also saying he's gay, but that's not making him a diverse candidate. Okay, his being white or gay has nothing to do with it. I love that the guy is super smart, Harvard educated, a Rhodes Scholar on top of that, speaks 7 languages, is a concert pianist. America needs him. I'm just so impressed by him repeatedly. Anyways, I don't want to make this all about that. I just wanted to counterbalance the dark with something that I saw as hopeful. Pete Buttigieg is giving me hope again. Over the weekend, Pink posted a photo on her Instagram of her children. And people are really focusing on the fact that her son didn't have pants on, no underwear. He was outdoors. I think they were on the beach. They were looking at a bird, and she posted this pantless photo of him. However, his sister, Pink's daughter, who is 7, 8, around there, she's also naked in it. Nobody even mentioned the fact that she's topless. And Pink got upset that people had strong opinions about her posting that photo. I love Pink. I am not one of those people criticizing her for having her son circumcised, but it is insane to me that she is outraged that people had strong opinions over her posting a photo of her son's thingy out. I don't even like saying that word with somebody that young. His penis. I don't understand what she was thinking in posting that. She claims that she didn't notice, but how could you not notice that? Or that your daughter also didn't have clothes on. And I love Pink. Whatevs. I mean, is that illegal? Is it illegal to post nude photos of your children online? Could that be considered child pornography? I don't know. You guys, there's so much that I missed, and not all of it is pleasant. Like the Pink thing, or last week, Cardi B went viral over an old Instagram live she did where she confessed to drugging and robbing men. And so many people were quick to say Cardi B is canceled or surviving Cardi B. I don't know if she was telling the truth. That's my thought. I think she was lying. In fact, she later, after this went viral again, said that she was lying, basically. Although she didn't say she was lying. I wish she would have said I was lying. Instead, she said that she was in a relationship with each of these men. Really? That's just even confused. That's confusing. You were in a relationship with men you drugged and robbed? What? And also, bizarrely, not a single guy has come forward with any story about Cardi B. I don't think she'll be canceled or over. And also not just because I think she was lying or exaggerating to keep up this persona, but also, I mean, look at Jay-Z. He's a former crack dealer. There's so many instances of people with checkered pasts or colorful past, or whatever you want to call it. And you know what? Just because you made a lot of mistakes in the past, is that like, hello? Should you always have to pay the price for your mistakes in the past? A lot of people probably think yes. God, my beard, you guys, it's something. I'm into it. It's a new me. Anyways, let's move on because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes. And what I said earlier, hopefully people didn't tune out. I like conservatives. I just don't like Trump people. Simple as that. I like Republicans, the smart ones. I'm trying to make things better, but it's not. Anyways, whatevs. From Pink posting things on social media to Cardi B saying things on social media to Justin Bieber also being an idiot on social media. As I said, or maybe I didn't say it, I forgot. Justin Bieber said he was pregnant, then he wasn't, blah, blah, blah. Dumb April Fool's joke. Last week, Bieber took to social media twice for some pretty hefty things. He slammed a troll who attacked his wife, saying to Bieber on Instagram, "You are not in love with Hailey. You only married her to get back at Selena Gomez. Plus, Hailey sleeps with men like Shawn Mendes for fame, and she's racist." Did I miss the racist Hailey Bieber thing? I'm gonna have to Google that. But I don't think she and Shawn Mendes slept together. And why would you leave somebody a comment like that? It's all right to say that with your fellow stans, but to leave that on the celebrity's Instagram post, I think that's lame. And Bieber defended his wife, took to Instagram to put that commenter on blast, and even posted on Instagram story that he wanted everybody to share what he wrote, and saying that it was the only time he would be responding like that. And you know what? He is not like Demi Lovato, who constantly is getting into trouble, or I would say social media is not Demi Lovato's friend, but I don't see Bieber continually fighting with people on social media or saying stupid things. Well, except for the April Fool's Day. So, you know what? He's defending his wife. I get that. And he set the record straight, that's for sure. Bieber also let us know that he is taking a continued hiatus from music. He may never come back. He doesn't have to. He is richer than anyone could ever want or need. I don't know. I do feel sad for him. I would love making music. Maybe not touring, because that could be work, but if I'm a musician, making music would make me happy. That's just me. But he's still going through it, sending him positive vibes. Ay, 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 you guys. All of the Jussie Smollett drama. I won't go into too much detail here because I talk about it on the podcast, which should be out tomorrow. And I mentioned how somebody in Jussie Smollett's inner circle reached out to me after the prosecutors in Chicago dropped the charges against him. And this Jussie Smollett insider was demanding an apology from me. I was like, no, just because the state attorney decided not to move forward with prosecution doesn't mean he's exonerated. They're maintaining he's guilty. They are just reforming the criminal system there in Chicago. This state attorney ran on a platform of criminal reform, and she said the scary people, the violent criminals, are the ones that they're prosecuting and moving forward with. And this was an alternative remedy. But Team Jussie is claiming they didn't do a deal, which is not what the state attorney is saying. Also, over the weekend, Chris Rock made fun of Jussie Smollett, saying, "You don't get any respect from me." In fact, he called him Jussie because he doesn't get the you. Is Chris Rock speaking just for himself? Or is he echoing a sentiment that is popular amongst the Black community? Did Jussie's own people think like Chris Rock, or is Chris Rock in the minority here? Let me know in the comments section down below. But he may not be totally out of hot water. In fact, the city of Chicago is demanding $130,000 from Jussie Smollett, or they are planning to take action against him with a civil lawsuit. Do you know how much money Jussie Smollett's already probably wasted on all of this with legal drama? Lawyers, expensive ones, whew, easily over $500,000 or more, and it's not going away anytime soon. All right, in other news, from Jussie Smollett to more drama, another accusation against Alex Rodriguez that he has cheated on Jennifer Lopez. A-Rod has been accused of sexting a Playboy playmate just weeks before he proposed to Jennifer Lopez. That story hasn't gotten a response from them. They haven't denied it. He hasn't denied it. But you know what they say? Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Speaking of J-Lo, this is public knowledge. Go to Ticketmaster.com right now and you will see that I don't think there's a single sellout for J-Lo's tour. Most of her shows have tons of tickets still available. And that's because she has charged so much in ticket prices. You can't charge as much on the road as you can in Vegas, I think. Right? Don't worry. I'm sure it'll sell well in the end because they'll put it on Groupon. So if you want to go see J-Lo in Vegas, just wait until like a week or two before the show and you'll be able to get a good deal, most likely. All right. Speaking of shows, the Rolling Stones have indefinitely postponed their summer stadium tour because something is wrong with Mick Jagger. They didn't reveal what exactly. God bless him. He's 75 years old. The fact that he even wanted to go on tour. Also, a lot of people were making much to do about Ariana Grande's tour policy, saying that any photographer who takes a photo of her on her tour, she owns the copyright, professional photographers. Her rationale is, the way that the copyright law works, if a photographer takes a photo, they own it. And people were selling their photos and putting it on merch. She wants to control all that. And you know what? It's her show. I'm not mad. And if you're a newspaper or whomever and you want to review the Ariana Grande concert, you don't even need a photo from the tour. You can just use a headshot of her and review the show. Right? Speaking of Ariana, let me get this here so I don't forget. This is not an April Fool's joke. Ariana just released a new song with her friend Victoria Monet. I will have the link down below so that you could read, see, or hear more. In other news, Kanye West is going to be performing at Coachella after all, but only on the second weekend, Easter Sunday morning at the crack of dawn. He's going to be performing with his culty choir from his culty church that he started. Do you really want to go see Kanye at the crack of dawn after you've been partying at Coachella? And speaking of, all of those Sunday church services keep getting interrupted, paid visits by the police because neighbors are not happy that Kanye is being so loud. He's just going to have to buy all the houses around his, which I think he would do with Kim Kardashian's money. I'm a dork. Speaking of the Kardashians, this surprised me. Jada Pinkett Smith unfollowed Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and Khloe Kardashian. If you don't remember, Jada is a lifelong friend of Jordan Woods. She knew her when she was born because Will was friends with Jordan's dad. Why'd she do that? She's also friends or was friends with the KarJenners. I don't understand why she unfollowed them. Speaking of the KarJenners, Rob Kardashian has finally reached a custody agreement with Blac Chyna, and he is relieved that he won't have to pay her anything. Kris Jenner hid his assets really well. Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are attempting to go out with their lives and having somewhat of normalcy return, but not doing it really well. Unfortunately, Lori Loughlin was just at yoga class this weekend, and the paparazzi were following her around. She told them, "I'm sorry, but I cannot comment anything right now." I want to add this too. Blah, 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 blah. So stressed. Thankfully, there may be more drama. Lori Loughlin, yeah. Authorities have subpoenaed several universities, and there may be more indictments coming and more names added to this list of parents that have paid their kids' way into school. Hurry up. Over 20 minutes now. Is anybody still watching? Thank you. You're amazing. All right, lots of Wendy Williams drama. Last week she was hospitalized after her husband welcomed an alleged love child with his longtime alleged mistress. There's a lot of allegeds here because I don't want to get sued. She was reportedly rushed to the hospital, I should clarify. And she addressed none of it on her show. She didn't address her husband, the mistress, the baby being hospitalized. All she did at the end of the week was say, "It's been a long week." All right. Continuing to send Wendy some positive vibes. She needs them. And despite all of that, Wendy's husband showed up on the set of their TV show. It's going to be real hard to extricate herself from him if she chooses to, because he's her manager. He's an executive producer of the show. Ay, ay, ay. Sending some positive vibes to her and also to Colton Haynes. He revealed he is 6 months sober after a long alcohol and drug battle. He claims he was such a mess that he was put on a 5150 psychiatric hold. You know, his marriage dissolved, his mom died. That's a lot to deal with. But luckily, he is still working. God bless. Really lucky that he still has a career. He's on Arrow, I believe, right? Also sending positive vibes to Amanda Bynes. She is still in treatment. She's been in rehab since January. It's probably a good thing, you know? A safe space for her. I just hope she has a lot of money saved up, because treatment of that level is not cheap. Oh, good. But, you know, she's doing it because she thinks she needs to, and good for her. Let's end things with some wacky news. There's this new book coming out about The View. Rosie O'Donnell revealed she had a crush on Elizabeth Hasselbeck. And she went on to say, I think there were underlying lesbian undertones on both parts. And claiming that she thinks Elizabeth was a lesbian because she played softball. And both Rosie and Jenny McCarthy claiming that Whoopi Goldberg was really difficult to work with. That surprised me. Also, that lawyer dude, Michael Avenatti, was arrested and is facing major drama. He's faced with multiple charges, including fraud, embezzlement, and extortion. And this dude was attempting to run for president. Just like Donald Trump, he was probably just running to try and get more publicity for himself. And actually, before I forget, Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on The View again last week. I really like her. I love watching Elizabeth. I don't know if they'll hire her. The View already has 2 conservatives now, Anna Navarro and Meghan McCain, but hey, I would welcome it. A fully fair and balanced panel, 3 and 3. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching. I love you. If you enjoyed this, tomorrow we're really back to normal and we'll be posting a regular sized video. Thank you for watching. You're awesome. Hit the like button, leave a comment, follow, subscribe, share. Mwah!